Hey guys, Laura, and I have my Psychic Soul Healing Oracle deck and a bunch of other decks on the table, as you can see. For those of you that are new to my channel, I am a psychic healer. So I always start my readings looking at the karmic themes, the soul wounds, the blockages that prevent us from our good health, wealth, and all around emotional fulfillment, how they play out, these karmic wounds and karmic themes, how they play out within our relationships. I always start the reading off there. All my readings are healing. So very rarely is it yes or no. A lot of times there will be how to integrate a spiritual lesson involved in your reading. Why? Because we live themes. So the same type of theme reoccurs a lot of times within our relationships, where we feel like, here we go again, is that energy where we already know that what the person that we're connected to is already going to do. We also know how we're going to feel because we get triggered from it. And a lot of times these triggers are what makes us say, should I stay with this person? Should I stay? Should I leave? A lot of times we feel like we're battling between our heart and our mind. So we're first going to look at the energy of you and your person. Now, this is going to be a timeless reading for anyone that lands on this video. And understand that energy is fluid, so roles may be reversed. Take the message, interpret the message how it resonates best for you. Take what you need and leave the rest. Now, anything you want to know about me, my readings or anything, you can find it in the description box below. And if you resonate with this reading, leave me a like, comment, smash that subscribe button. I mean, I'm gotta grow. That's the whole nature of the game. And it allows me to do what I love to do, which is help people heal the effects of psychological trauma. Okay, now we're going to pull 3 cards out just to look at the overall energy, either that you're holding, the person that you're connected to is holding, or the combined energy. We're going to know more from the other cards that we pull. Okay, first card out is victim. Second card out is reactive. Third card out is detachment. Okay, so you could, again, be feeling very protective, very defensive, again, due to being in a relationship with someone that never really gave. It's again what made you feel victimized, because I feel like you gave a lot within this connection, or maybe the person that you're connected to feels victimized because they didn't handle things properly. They, again, weren't able to communicate, able to be able to emotionally express to you what they needed to tell you. Again, they instead, maybe you asked them a question, or you were like, what's going on with this relationship? And instead of them being able to answer the question, they were very reactive. They were, again, very defensive about it. So this is the overall energy, that someone feels victimized, either because I kind of feel like the person that you're attached, the person that you are attached to, sure I can talk, victimized you. It's again, and because they were detached, and when you confronted them, instead of them being able to express how they were feeling, they were reactive. That's the energy there. Now let's see what actually happens to make this person detached, also react. Like, let's just look at the actual situation. And we're going to do that by pulling 6 cards. So we got pulled the Chariot, self-awareness. And we pulled the Empress, but it was reversed. which the Empress is all about abundance, but it's reversed. 3 of Cups, celebration, upright. 3 of Wands, reversed. Death. The Emperor. So that's 6. So it's, again, I feel like somebody was trying to move forward within a relationship, but they were not on very balanced ground when they were doing it. And the reason why is because they were attached, I feel like, to an empress. But the relationship is kind of stagnant, is not going anywhere. Either the relationship, there is some sort of codependency within this relationship. This is what this looks like to me, because the person is planning on moving forward. Shows that at one time they tried to move forward, but here they are. It's, again, still attached to, again, somebody else that's not giving them anything, which is what is making me feel like, again, this is either a past relationship or a codependent relationship, either with family, with again, doesn't necessarily mean it's a lover or an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. It's just that this person was planning on moving forward, but they're still attached to somebody that's kind of taking their resources, taking their time. They're not getting anything for it. And I feel like they lied. I feel like they didn't tell you the whole situation. I feel like they pretended like it. And then what happened was it came back and it bit them in the ass. Because, again, 3 of Wands, it's the end of a chapter. It's the end of a chapter, though there's still like almost like unfinished business there. That's what it looks like. And that unfinished business is that either you or your person, I kind of feel like it's your person, feels really guilty about this. Feels really bad about how things ended. Again, they kind of twisted it around like everything was on them. They were reactive. They were reactive because they really did not know how to, express emotionally their feelings for you. I don't feel like they were comfortable about sharing what was going on within their life either. I feel like they're a pretty private person. And so I think that your person tried to stick their head in the sand, meaning like pretended that it was whatever was going on in their life wasn't going on, that they were still going to go and live their life. But they didn't fully close out a cycle. They didn't fully close out. Like, again, there's still somebody here, but they're not in a relationship with this person, but they're connected to this person somehow. And to the point that they're connected to them financially, like because this queen has the abundance. This, again, so I feel like, again, this person kind of tricked you, or again, didn't share all the information with you that there was someone else. And again, then what happens is you found out. And I know this because at first it's almost like 3 of Wands is the end of a chapter, but there needs to be communication. Someone feels like they still want communication, but once they get the communication, it's the end. It's the end. And it's the end because, again, this emperor did not come through, again, was not honest, didn't really even act like an emperor, to be honest with you. They acted victimized. They acted like it was their issue. It's, again, and so there again, the emperor, again, look at this. Ace of Cups. I feel like your emperor, again, which is could be, again, we just because the emperor usually sounds like male, but it doesn't necessarily mean male. It just has that emperor energy, which is boss energy. At one time, they were not capable, again, of giving this emotional support. But look, now all of a sudden, they want to give emotional support, but they doing it after, again, they kind of didn't tell you about this person here. So their plan is to come back. Their plan is to like give some sort of like to share how they feel. I feel like, again, this person is having a very hard time moving forward. And they also see that you are moving forward. I feel like they see that you're having good time. You're moving forward. But again, they think that you're done with them. They think that it's the end of a cycle as far as you're concerned. And this is what's getting this person to step into the emperor energy, to actually come and bring you a cup. Again, but I want you to know this story did not start off this way. This story started off with you asking this person a question, or again, maybe expressing what you needed, and them acting, again, reactive in a very negative way because of whatever they were going through. And this tells me, again, that they were in a relationship with somebody, and the relationship obviously is not good, but it wasn't 100% closed out here. And so it made them not really like, again, share as much, made them very detached, and possibly because they were never looking for a committed relationship. So detachment, meaning emotional connection. Someone is not going to be able to bring you emotional connection if they are still somewhat connected to someone else, even if they don't want to be with this person. Even if they don't, it's because they feel obligated. So we see this a lot of times in relationships where people shouldn't be together, and the relationship ended a really long time ago, but financially they're still together, or they're codependent in how they run their home, or their responsibilities with home and children. And so this person, again, that you're connected to was attached to somebody else, and they were not 100% honest about it, possibly because they knew that you would not date them, that you would not be with them. They tried to move forward. They tried to pretend that everything was great and everything was right, but you saw right through it. You saw right through it, and you were like, this is the end of a chapter. Relationship is dead. Once they realized that the relationship was dead, it's again, then they came back as the emperor. Now they're like, oh, I want to bring you the cup. But it started off with them being the victim. Just a recap. And a lot of times this does happen in soulmate twin flame relationships, or even just regular relationships. People will bring it all the way to the end, to see whether or not you're going to cave or not. And so let's see how you feel about this, being that you close this relationship out. Now this person is planning on coming back. Because I know for me, I would be kind of like a little reluctant. So the first card out is Two of Swords, timeout. Again, you don't know what to do, because on some level you do have feelings for this person. You do care about this person, but they did a lot. They did a lot. They weren't honest. They played a lot of games. The other card out, Queen of Swords, but it's again, Queen of Swords usually like so this is taking time out, and this is also saying like, if this person thinks that they're going to come in and not explain and not apologize and not try and make anything different, the Queen of Swords is going to cut this relationship right out. So there's a sense of, I'll listen to you, but I am not rolling out the red carpet for you. And it's like, and I also feel like you're confused. And now again, roles could be reversed, and there is no gender in tarot. So this could be, again, someone that you're connected to and you happen to be a male, and it could be a woman coming back, or it could be another male coming back. It could be two women. It could be two. It's again, we don't look at gender. So again, we look at energy. So again, somebody, again, now that this person's coming back is like, I'm confused and I need to hear everything. One more, the world upside down, like all is well, but it's not all is well, because again, there is so much that has happened, and the person like is coming back being like, I care about you, I want to be with you, and I feel like you're like, oh yeah, well, what happened with all this? What happened with all this? Like, you're not going to be able to progress within this relationship again unless we're going to talk about it. And if we're not going to talk about it, because the Queen of Swords is reversed, I am going to cut you right out of my world because of everything that you did. Now let's see, what does the person that you're dealing with, that again, this is the response that you're giving them. What do they feel about your response? Let's look at 3 cards. Okay, so they completely take full responsibility. They're looking at this is the past. This is coping, and it's again, which is, that's what the 7 of Wands means. It means that it's a struggle. Like, if you look at this person, he's like jumping over stuff, right? Like, they're doing it, but it's like, it's a struggle. Like, they're gonna have to work hard. It's like, that's what they think. They think, I can win this person back even though they're mad, because the way that they're responding, they're showing me that they still have feelings for me. So I know, excuse me, I know that what I did was wrong. I know what I did. I hurt this person, and I'm reflecting back on the past. I see everything that I did. 6 of Cups, the past. Literally, it's like that person's looking back at the past. So they're like looking at everything that they did, and they're like, they're not proud of it. They're not proud of it. But they're saying, I'm going to deal with your response. I'm going to be patient with you. And I'm also gonna like, I'm going to look at this. This is a Page of Pentacles, which is all about productivity, which means I'm going to work. I'm going to come in and I'm going to work hard for you, even though you're mad. You're mad. I believe I can win you over. That's what this is saying. Now, if they have anything to tell you, what would they want to say to you? Whoops. Okay. I never knew the meaning of true love until you came into my life. So it's again, this person was again was so focused on their past relationship that they were reactive, and to the point that they were the victim in this story in the beginning. They were the one that was attacked, but they were the one that was acting like a victim. And not until you walked away did they realize that how much you meant to them. Because really, again, this Queen of Swords is here and she's ready to be like, I'm about to cut you off. It's like, I'm not letting you back in right away. I'm taking a time out from this whole thing because of the way that you treated me. And this is what made this person say, wow, this really actually is important to me, because now you're not in my life and I'm actually feeling it. One more, anything else that they would like to say? I am sending you signs that I want you back. So it's again, this person does again want you back, and they realized how they treated you was bad. We're going to take just 2 more cards, see what any other advice the universe would like to give us at this time over this situation. Sacred. So this is a sacred divine union. So this could be a twin flame soulmate relationship. So no is going to be a challenging one. but also it's one that's going to teach all about unconditional love. Sacred masculines and sacred feminines they show up for each other in twin flame soulmate relationships, and they're the most challenging and they're the most difficult, but they're the most sacred. And they're the most sacred because we learn the most about ourselves. We learn the most about unconditional love, and unconditional love is God. It's, again, unconditional love means we have no expectation. There's no ownership. It's just, I love you, even though everything that you do shows me that I really shouldn't love you. You hurt me, and this person knows that they hurt you, but they're like, what's done is what's done. And so really, at the end of the day, I really do feel like, even though you're going to take the time out, and even though you're like, you better like do the right thing because I'm ready to cut you off, you are like still listening to this person to the point that this person knows that you really do care about them. One more from this deck, please. Any other information we can give? Okay. Inspire. So I feel like you inspire this person to be a better person. The relationship, the union inspires both of you to be better people, that's what all soulmate relationships are about. It's about growing the soul. It's about healing, because a lot of times what our soulmate twin flame triggers within us is what we need to heal. But we wouldn't stick around long enough to even deal with that unless we were really crazy about that person. So we say, oh, that person did this, or again, it's that I love-hate relationship, but it's mainly a mirror, and it's a mirror of everything that you need healing. And like I said, it just goes to show you that with unconditional love, that unconditional love is divine love and sacred love. And that is what really heals us. And we get that through giving and receiving of love within our relationships, and twin flame relationships, especially because they challenge us. They stretch our mind to think differently, because we're usually getting someone that thinks completely different, acts completely different. And so we're really learning the lesson of unconditional love, because we're saying to ourselves over and over again, I can't believe that I'm sticking around to deal with this. A lot of times it's like, I can't live with you. I can't live without you. I'm continually fighting with my heart and my mind. It's, again, and what God says is it's surrender. You got to surrender to this, and again, get back to unconditional love. And that's very hard to do because it triggers us. We say, you should be acting like this and doing this, and you shouldn't have reacted. You took out on me. Like this person that looks like they took out on you what somebody else did to them, almost like they transferred that anger onto you. And then they had to pay a lesson for it. They definitely were made to go through a lesson because of it, because you walked away. One more, any last information? Success. So this relationship is going to bring a lot of success because there's a lot of love and unconditional love. I'm being called to pull just one more. So success, and unconditional love makes us do that. And so choose a new direction. So I'm not really feeling like it's choose a new direction because it's like success, but I feel like choose a new direction on how you deal with being triggered the next time. Or it's, again, choose a new direction on how you're going to deal with your twin, because it shows their success, because there's unconditional love. Again, but it's a sacred relationship. A sacred relationship is all about like you don't have control over it. It's divine. It's one that inspires each other, but it's also one that's going to trigger us a lot. So we really have to say what got us to this place, because this could be a karmic theme that continues to play out within our relationship. So we really have to learn how to handle it like in the right way, in the right, like it, again, the way that it was handled this way, with a person reacting instead of saying, I need to take 5 minutes out. and walk away or say, I need to talk to you about this at a different time. Instead, they just reacted and then walked away. Well, it's like a baby. Again, didn't say anything, but they never expected you to walk away. And once you did, it's again, but it caused that person so much anguish, so much turmoil that it didn't really need to be that way. So one last one is helpful people. So it's again, I feel like your person is talking to people. And I also feel like the answer a lot of times in making a soulmate twin flame relationship work is to create balance. And balance is about not just where you're investing your time, but who you're surrounding your time with. So friends, family, understand no one's relationship is perfect. And a lot of times your friends will teach you about how they dealt with relationships or what they deal with in relationships. And then we feel like we don't need to take things so personally, that it's again that we tend to take things personally. And I think that that's what it means here when it says choose a new direction. It's like, it's more or less like choose a new way of dealing with the situation. And that would be by reaching out to people that are going to create support when you get triggered, that when you're in a soulmate twin flame relationship, that you're really crazy about that person, you really love that person, but you know that you're constantly like bunking heads or being triggered, and it's the most challenging relationship, but you want to be in that relationship because your mind and your heart are constantly battling and you just can't be at peace without that person. Well, you have to create balance, because the balance is again your passions, hobbies, interests that connect you to people. And your choice of focus is your greatest tool when dealing with emotional triggers and your emotions. And then you'll be successful within your relationship, because it's all about learning and self-mastery. Our relationships are really the people that are come into our life, and our relationships are really supposed to teach us that. They're supposed to teach us different perspectives of ourselves and of situations to help us evolve. So I hope you enjoyed this little reading / healing. And if you did, again, let me know, leave a like, comment, smash that subscribe button. Again, anything you want to learn or know about me, I should say, is down in the description box. Okay, thanks again for joining. Until next time, be true to you. Bye.